Have you ever pondered upon the profound importance of peace and sleep in our lives? These two elements, often overlooked in the hustle and bustle of our daily routines, play a crucial role in shaping our overall well-being. They are not mere concepts, but fundamental necessities, pillars that hold up the structure of our existence. Consider sleep. It is during these quiet hours of the night that our bodies rejuvenate, our minds process the events of the day, and our spirits find solace. A good night's sleep is not just about waking up refreshed. It's about paving the way for a healthier, happier, and more productive day ahead. Scientific studies have consistently shown that sleep deprivation can lead to a myriad of health problems. From increased risk of heart disease and diabetes to impaired memory and cognitive function, the consequences of not getting enough sleep can be severe. It's not an exaggeration to say that a lack of sleep can quite literally steal years from our lives. Now let's turn our attention to peace. Not just the absence of conflict, but a deeper, more profound sense of calm and tranquility that permeates every aspect of our lives. This peace is not just external, but internal as well, a state of being that allows us to navigate life's challenges with grace and resilience. Stress, the antithesis of peace, has been linked to numerous health problems. Elevated blood pressure, heart disease, and even certain types of cancer have all been associated with chronic stress. Additionally, stress can wreak havoc on our emotional health, leading to anxiety, depression, and a host of other mental health issues. When peace and sleep are in harmony, they create a symphony of wellness in our lives. They allow us to face each new day with renewed energy, clarity, and a sense of purpose. They help us maintain our physical health, nurture our emotional well-being, and feed our spiritual growth. In essence, sleep and peace are not just luxuries, but necessities for a well-rounded life. They are the melodies that compose the song of our existence, the threads that weave the tapestry of our lives. The next time you find yourself in the whirlwind of life's demands, remember this: your peace and sleep are important. Don't neglect them. Instead, cherish them, nurture them, and watch as they transform your life into a masterpiece of well-being. Sleep and peace are not just luxuries, but necessities for a well-rounded life. Ever wondered how ancient scriptures can soothe our restless minds and lull us into a deep, peaceful sleep? These divine texts, written centuries ago, hold an uncanny ability to calm our inner turmoil, fostering a sense of tranquility that paves the way for a restful night's sleep. There's a certain magic in the scriptures. They are not just collections of words, but profound expressions of wisdom and peace. As we delve into these spiritual texts, they begin to resonate within us, creating a soothing harmony that silences the noise of our daily life. When we allow these words to permeate our thoughts, they act like a gentle balm, healing the wounds inflicted by stress, anxiety, and worry. They remind us of a higher power, a divine presence that watches over us, providing a comfort that is both profound and serene. Think of the scriptures as a tranquil river, its waters meandering through the landscape of our minds, softly eroding away the sharp edges of our worries. They carry with them the promise of peace, a tranquility that transcends our worldly concerns and ushers us into a realm of calm. This peace, born from the wisdom of scriptures, is not fleeting or momentary. It is a deep-seated tranquility that settles within us, creating a sanctuary where our minds can rest. This is the peace that prepares us for sleep, a sleep that is deep, restful, and undisturbed. Sleep, after all, is not merely about closing our eyes and drifting into unconsciousness. It is about finding a state of inner calm that allows our minds and bodies to rejuvenate, to heal. And what better way to achieve this than through the comforting wisdom of scriptures? As we surrender to the power of these divine words, we find ourselves being gently led towards sleep, our minds and bodies relaxed, our spirits at peace. The scriptures are not just words, but a gentle lullaby for our tormented souls. They sing to us of peace, of serenity, and of a divine love that cradles us into a deep, restful sleep. Immerse yourself in the calming words of Psalm 4:8. In peace, I will lie down and sleep, for you alone, Lord, make me dwell in safety. Pause, breathe, let the words sink in. This verse, this sacred wisdom, is a soothing balm for our restless minds. The psalmist, in his divine revelation, speaks of sleep as a state of peace, a state of trust, a state of absolute surrender to the divine. In peace, I will lie down and sleep. Ponder upon this. The psalmist does not merely speak of physical rest here. He speaks of a profound tranquility that permeates the soul. He speaks of a peace that goes beyond just the absence of noise or conflict. It is a peace that comes from knowing that he is in the hands of the divine, that he is safe and secure regardless of the storms that may rage around him. For you alone, Lord, make me dwell in safety. This phrase is a testament to the ultimate source of our peace, the divine. The psalmist acknowledges that it is the Lord who provides him with a safe dwelling, a sanctuary. It is the Lord who shields him from harm and danger. It is the Lord who watches over him as he sleeps. It is not the comfort of his bed, nor the security of his home that grants him peace. It is the divine. This verse, Psalm 4:8, is a gentle reminder for each of us. It reminds us that true peace, true safety, comes from the divine. It invites us to surrender our fears, our anxieties, our burdens to the divine before we sleep. It encourages us to trust in the divine, to rest in the divine, to find our peace in the divine. As we navigate through the challenges and uncertainties of life, may this verse become our nightly mantra. May it help us to find the peace we seek, the rest we need. May it help us to sleep with a heart unburdened and a mind at ease. May these words instill a sense of serenity within us. Let us now delve into the soothing words of Matthew 11:28. Come to me, all you who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest. These words were spoken by Jesus Christ himself as a reassurance of solace and a promise of comfort. Picture yourself standing before a vast ocean, the soft lull of the waves echoing in your ears. Imagine the voice of the sea whispering these words, inviting you into its serene embrace. Come to me, all you who are weary and burdened. The call is to everyone. No one is excluded. If you are tired, if you are carrying heavy burdens in your heart, this message is for you. It's an invitation to let go of your worries, your anxieties, your fears, and to surrender them all to a higher power. And I will give you rest. There's a promise in these words, a guarantee of rest, of peace, of tranquility. It is not just a physical rest that is being promised here. It is a rest for your soul, a rest that rejuvenates, renews, and restores. The verse is a gentle reminder that we are not alone. We're not expected to carry our burdens by ourselves. There is a force, a divinity, ready to lift those burdens from our shoulders and grant us the rest we so desperately seek. When the world feels too much, when the weight of your worries is too heavy to bear, remember these words. Turn to them for comfort, meditate on them. Let them wash over you like a soothing balm, easing your anxiety, calming your spirit, and ushering you into a peaceful sleep. This is the beauty of Scripture. It offers solace in times of distress. It provides a beacon of hope in the darkness. It is a refuge for the weary, a sanctuary for the burdened. Come to me, all you who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest. Let these words resonate within you. Let them echo in your heart. Let them guide you towards peace and tranquility. May these words lighten our burdens and guide us towards rest. Now let us absorb the comforting message of Psalm 127. 2. In vain you rise early and stay up late, toiling for food to eat, for he grants sleep to those he loves. This psalm, this sacred verse, speaks to us with profound wisdom and gentle assurance. It tells us of our human tendencies, our inclination to work tirelessly, to rise before the sun and stay awake long after it is set. We toil, we strive, we labor for our sustenance, often at the expense of our peace and rest. It's a delicate dance of survival that we perform day after day. But within this verse, there is an invitation to pause, to breathe, to find stillness amidst the chaos. It urges us to remember that our efforts, while noble and necessary, are not the sole determinants of our well-being. Listen again to the words. Let them sink deep into your consciousness. In vain you rise early and stay up late, toiling for food to eat. They remind us that our ceaseless striving, our relentless pursuit, is often in vain. It's a reminder that the fruits of our labor are not just the result of our efforts, but also a blessing from above. And then the verse concludes with the most soothing promise, for he grants sleep to those he loves. What a beautiful, comforting thought. Sleep, the sweet surrender at the end of the day, the restful silence that heals and rejuvenates us, is not merely a biological necessity. It's a divine gift, a token of love from the higher power that watches over us. This verse, in its simplicity, carries a profound message. It asks us to trust, to surrender, to remember that we are not alone in our struggles. It encourages us to let go of our anxieties, our fears, our relentless need to control, and to embrace instead the peace and serenity that comes with faith and surrender. So when the night falls and you find rest elusive, remember this verse. Let it lull you into a peaceful sleep. Let it remind you that you are loved, that you are watched over, and that rest is a divine gift, waiting for you to accept it. May these words remind us that rest is a gift to be treasured. Let's now focus on the reassuring words of Proverbs 3:24. When you lie down, you will not be afraid. When you lie down, your sleep will be sweet. Let's hold these words close. Let them encircle our thoughts and wrap around our hearts. Proverbs 3:24, a verse that whispers comfort and peace into our lives. When you lie down, you will not be afraid. When you lie down, your sleep will be sweet. In the stillness of this moment, let's delve deeper into its profound meaning. This verse speaks to us of a profound promise, a promise of peace and tranquility that transcends the confines of our earthly understanding. It's an assurance that transcends the night's darkness and the day's trials. When you lie down, you will not be afraid. There's a promise here, a promise of safety and protection. It's not a mere absence of fear, but a presence of assurance. It's God's guarantee that when we lay our heads down to rest, there will be no room for fear. Our minds won't be filled with the worries of the world, but rather, they will be filled with the peace that surpasses all understanding. When you lie down, your sleep will be sweet. In this portion of the verse, we see a promise of restful, sweet sleep. It's not just about closing our eyes and drifting off into unconsciousness, but it's about experiencing a rest that rejuvenates our bodies, refreshes our minds, and renews our spirits. This verse isn't just a collection of words, but a divine promise from God. It's a soothing balm for our weary souls, a gentle reminder that our nights don't have to be filled with worries and fears. With God, our sleep can be sweet, our rest can be restorative, and our peace can be profound. So let's hold on to these words. Let's allow them to permeate our thoughts as we prepare to close our eyes for the night. May these words dispel our fears and bless us with sweet sleep. Let us now reflect on the peaceful message of Psalm 121. 1:2, I lift up my eyes to the mountains. Where does my help come from? My help comes from the Lord, the maker of heaven and earth. Breathe in the depth of these words and exhale any worries or fears. Picture yourself standing at the foot of a grand mountain, its peak lost in the mists of the heavens. You're looking up, seeking help, seeking answers, seeking peace. And where does this help come from? It comes from the Lord, the very architect of those mountains, the sculptor of the heavens and the earth. This scripture is a gentle reminder that our aid, our solace, doesn't come from worldly things. It doesn't come from material possessions, from the fleeting accolades of our peers, or from the transient pleasures of life. Our true help, the help that sustains us, that nurtures our spirit, comes from the Lord. He who has crafted the heavens with a grand design, who has molded the earth with exquisite detail, is the same who provides us aid in our times of need. When we feel lost, when we feel overwhelmed by the trials of life, we can look to the mountains, a symbol of strength, of majesty, of unwavering resilience. And we can remember that the same Creator who breathed life into these mountains is the one who breathes life into us. He is our help, our source of strength. As we meditate on the scripture, let us internalize its message. Let it seep into our minds. Let it permeate our hearts. Allow it to serve as a beacon of hope in times of darkness, a reminder of where our true help lies. Let it soothe our restless thoughts and guide us into a state of peaceful meditation. May these words strengthen our faith and fill us with tranquil thoughts. As we conclude, let's receive the traditional benediction for peace and rest. In the quiet stillness of this moment, let's allow ourselves to embrace the soothing rhythm of our breath, the gentle beating of our hearts. In this sacred space, we find solace, a haven away from the noise and clutter of our daily lives. Here, let's open our hearts to receive a blessing, a prayer of tranquility and rest. May the peace of God, which surpasses all understanding, guard your hearts and your minds. May His love envelop you, cradling you in the warmth of His embrace. May His presence be your shelter, your refuge in times of unrest. May you find solace in His word, comfort in His promises. May His truth guide you, His wisdom enlighten you. May you find rest under the shadow of His wings, a sanctuary from the storm, a safe harbor in the chaos. May the Lord lift up His countenance upon you and give you peace. May he make his face to shine upon you and be gracious unto you. May his blessing, his favor be upon you. May you carry these words into your sleep. Let them be your lullaby, your solace in the silence of the night. Let them be your beacon in the darkness, your compass when you lose your way. Let them be your anchor in the tempest, your refuge in the storm. May these words be your shield and your fortress, your rock and your deliverer. May they be your strength and your comfort, your light and your peace. As we part ways, remember this blessing. Let it be your guide, your comfort, your peace. Let it be your shield against the noise of the world, your sanctuary in the midst of chaos. As you drift off to sleep tonight, may you find peace in these words and wake up refreshed and ready to face a new day.